No, it's 20. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the most characters and how I got back to my old universe. But I want to say something. I never take my sneakers off. And don't take them all off. But I don't care if my sneakers are gone. Cause I'm gonna wear a new pin. And okay, that's what I said. Maybe I should just watch this for like 10 hours. Like drawing paint. Why am I drawing paint? And also, so I am Seal. I am Seal. I have to repeat that because someone had to say I am Seal. So this also. Oh, do you remember that there were 2 decided 14 maps in a Seal? Yeah, with Seal up, but I know those are not normal seals. The thick guy, this one creature. Question mark, dot, is what we call after we discovered files in Egypt being, no, I said that. Wait, I didn't know. Because I didn't remember, like, sorry, this is just like what happened to that unknown dumb man because been in the universe of darkness, so he started forgetting on darkness. So, yeah, this name is what we call the urns wearer, or what we call what the pharaoh's keeping. Is the pharaoh's who inside the creature. Side, the devil have been doing this all. And I cannot say well, HE double hockey sticks. Okay, now it's time to go see. The assistant of Archimedes told Mr. Happy. He's the one actually putting together all the creatures and also putting in all the Australian, but mostly Archimedes. We do that. If I was clueless and don't really know what this thing is, and also one thing, I don't know why I said that in our boot. Let's see why. If I was like a world ranking soldier, I don't know what the smile is. But I know what his war is. I don't know his name. But he's also a surgeon. This thing was spawned from hell. So red means, well, ghouls. I guess, I don't know. Dude, some of them are literally gods. Most of the time, these things are working. The things, I mean, in one of them. If I was also in that hospital, I will just run out there. But until that happens, we cannot escape there because, well, a team of soldiers were in there and weren't seen again because the doors were locked up by a figure. So he might want traveling other people there. So except Cameron to find out thing. Then we see the soldiers that are literally just people with bird head and also crazier. Then we talk about, well, the blue team having a skeleton. And this skeleton is what we call the Horse-Race Horseman. And I'm not making this not for kids because I don't want to look at video while the audio and saying that most words I say that are bad is censored, but kids now don't do that. Instead, they replace it with words like sap or, well, I don't really know what the flip you want those, so not even for kids. But we're gonna talk about the Horse-Race Horseman, and to say he's well, not doing great. But listen, that there's also one thing. There's some in recent few days we have just found out there were bats that have eyes, and I don't mean like oh you're them like oh, they can have literal shine and eye covering their faces. They're called camera bats, and these things will literally spawn out of the old man's eye. His missing eye that always gets haunted, and why? Because his eye socket was haunted. Moving on from that, let's talk about this. Sky would be or within this universe creature, but if you notice right there, you see the blue team logo. Well, the blue team was run by Sky after the red team was destroyed. But since Redman had just disappeared into another universe, he being mine, and also other universes also have literally cloned of him. He disappeared from one and another, and now he's ended up in the universe that was called the Unknown Universe. So yeah, but doing the blue team is correct because these things are just coming our revenge. That's why I'm coming back here, not for Redmond, but also for my life. Besides, I'm going to camera also. I don't know. It's check my community post, okay? But first we're going to talk about what at the end of here. And I'm this. He's kind of taken over the entire group and turning into the sky. And then this universe is the real universe. Not point though, but this is a great time to mention that the real universe is still going on. And we're not forgetting the other universe. We'll make both videos from them and so on, guys. Now give me, I need to go find Redman and Blue Tart because Ultra had gone missing for some reason. But I also checked and he's still alive. He's in the same room as Redman. So that means we're going to I can't say it. Going to okay, maybe I won't say it, but it might be a teaser. So what about the comments in my new lore videos and maybe even an aftermath video? So long.